Building scooters is a somewhat funny business. You have overseas licensing conventions that force engine sizes into certain size brackets, and the displacement usually eases right up against the upper limits. X 149 cubic centimeters in the 150cc or lower bracket. Things are a bit different in the US market, where the main consideration is whether the scoot is freeway/interstate legal or not, which requires that engine displacement be greater than 150 cubic centimeters. Introducing the 2016 Smax, Yamaha's newest freeway legal scooter. An unusual engine size of 155 cubic centimeters places the displacement just over the line, and even though Yamaha has its 395 cubic centimeters Majesty that is well capable of interstate travel, the factory stopped updating it in 2014, leaving us wondering if it will get future updates or is to be scheduled for discontinuation altogether. Whichever the case, the Smax serves as Yamaha's current minimal displacement highway commuter, and the 2016 comes with a few improvements over last year's model. Scooter design has been well defined for many years now, and the tuning fork company towed the category line when setting up the Smax. A fairly full front fairing shunts the wind aside to protect the rider's legs, and the windshield extends that protection to the rider's chest. The step-through frame makes for easy mounting and dismounting, and serves as something of a light cargo deck to supplement the 8-gallon under-seat storage for grocery-getting missions. Alternately, the storage compartment will hold a full-face helmet plus a fistful of possibles. Passenger comfort got a boost over last year's model with increased padding in the pillion seat, and new LED marker lights on the front fairing improve safety by increasing front-on visibility. At 79.9 inches long and 28.1 inches wide, the Smax falls within accepted norms for scooter size, but the 31.3-inch seat height coupled with the width can make it difficult for shorter riders to find the ground with both feet. Even though the company claims to provide plenty of foot space, taller riders will likely feel a bit bound up behind the fairing, and the offset for the pillion prevents the rider from just scooting back a bit for more legroom. Too little legroom for tall riders, and too wide for really short ones. I feel like the Smax will only really fit a small percentage of the market Yamaha is trying to reach. The telescopic fork front end is set with 26 degrees of rake, leaving us with 3.2 inches of trail for nimble parking lot maneuvers. A coilover monoshock lays horizontally in the guts of the scoot, leaving more room in the under-seat storage. Wheel travel is unremarkable, with 3.1 inches up front and 3.7 inches in the rear, but let's be honest, you shouldn't be jumping the train tracks on any scooter, so front and rear wheel travel is sufficient for its intended purpose. Cast rims mount wide 13-inch hoops, and hydraulic brake calipers bind the wheels via a 267 mm front, and 245 mm rear brake discs. I've got to say that it's nice to see some larger diameter brakes making an appearance, and thank goodness Yamaha avoided drum brakes altogether. Unless you are going for a certain look, there is no excuse for running drum brakes. No ABS or combined brakes to complicate the system, which is fine with me, though I expect that we will begin to see ABS on everything in the foreseeable future. The engine comes nearly square with a 58mm bore and 58.7mm stroke that adds up to 155 cubic centimeters, total. As usual, the engine, tranny and rear will come as a unit, and mate to the bike in the typical swing mount fashion. The one-banger, water-cooled mill runs with fuel injection and transistor-controlled ignition, and provides a decent 81 mpg, depending on load, riding style, and altitude, of course. A constantly variable transmission, CVT, provides twist-it-and-forget-it operation with no need for a clutch. Performance is rather important, given that this scoot is meant for commutes that include freeway travel. The Smax will manage 80 miles per hour at sea level, slightly less at altitude, and up to 85 with a good tailwind, plenty enough to prevent getting run over when you hit the super slab. Base MSRP starts at $3,690 whether you get the gunmetal gray or candy red color, and it comes with a 12-year limited factory warranty.